And good morning. This is Chief Meteorologist Eric Tallman. We do have a very important severe weather update, and this is from the Storm Prediction Center. And this is actually for southeast lower Michigan, so you do want to pay attention to this. There are going to be a lot of areas that are going to be affected by this, and this is for lower Michigan, southeast lower Michigan. Uh, this is concerning severe thunderstorm watch 51. The severe weather threat for that severe thunderstorm watch 51, that is going to continue. We just got confirmation on that, and that is going to have locally damaging wind potential, may continue through the early part of the overnight, and then it will continue from the southern to the eastern part of lower Michigan as the watch the number 51, which is the severe thunderstorm watch, that's going to continue. So that means we'll have damaging wind threat. That is going to be a potential. That is going to continue, and we're watching that. So our metropolitan area and our viewing area will be hit by this. We're watching the thunderstorms very closely now, and we had told you earlier that we would interrupt any kind of breaking news, and that's what we're trying to tell you, that the Storm Prediction Center just told us that. And we're going to show you the information that we just got here. We got the information on our Twitter page, and also we actually got confirmation. We'll go ahead and show you something really quick, just so you know. I don't know why that thing came up, but I'm sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and show you this really quick so you have an idea of what's going on concerning our viewing area, the reason why the severe watch is going to continue. And this is all because of the cold front that's moving in towards southeast Michigan, and that's actually prompting more severe thunderstorms. So it's going to continue. So we kind of knew that this was going to happen. So we have these clusters of severe thunderstorms, strong to severe thunderstorms, and this cluster is actually still severe, and it's actually holding together. So that's the reason why the watch is going to continue for the remainder of this time for all of lower Michigan. So as it gets closer, then the watch box is actually going to continue to extend. So that's what we were saying. So we're watching that very closely as well. You can actually see on the radar how these thunderstorms are actually moving at a very good pace. So we will be seeing thunderstorms knocking at our door within about another hour or so. We'll start to see severe thunderstorms move in the metropolitan Detroit area, and that would include all of our viewing area, including Oakland and Macomb County. So all of the counties in our coverage area need to be on guard for more severe thunderstorms. And then after the severe weather is out of here, after that moves on through, then we have to deal with the wind advisory, and that is also going to be another concern, and we will get to that in another half of our show here. I think that's what we're going to be talking about in just a couple of minutes, because that's going to be a lot of action that we're going to have to watch. And that's going to be another serious situation that we're going to have on our hands as well. So we'll get to that in just 1 second. So here comes the line of severe thunderstorms that should be here very, very soon. And then with that wind advisory, we're going to keep you posted on that. It is still effective for our coverage area. That is going to remain in effect. And the wind gusts that we're going to get will be 45 miles per hour, maybe a little bit higher as well, and that is just going to be enough to cause power outages in the metropolitan Detroit area. We talked about that actually earlier when we did our last broadcast. I'm sorry, I meant to say last broadcast that we did yesterday. We had told you guys a little bit about the wind advisory and what was going to happen. So our main concern with the wind advisory is going to be power outages in the metropolitan Detroit area in southeast Michigan. So we're also working on that potential for southeast Michigan. That's the other breaking news event that is actually going to be effective. So everyone in the coverage area needs to be aware and alert that the weather is going to change very quickly here. So there's going to be some issues that we're going to have to deal with, and we're going to keep you updated on that wind advisory and let you know exactly what that situation is going to do. And as well, if we get reports of damage in southeast Michigan with the wind advisory, we will be giving you immediate updates as soon as we get the reports in. We're going to stay on top of the situation. So on top of what we're dealing with the severe thunderstorms and the wind advisory, we've got a lot of coverage that we're covering. So this is actually an extended coverage video that we're doing at this current time. So I'm really sorry to say this, but we're really trying to make sure that our viewers are actually you know, informed of what is going on. It's very important that you guys get the information and are also advised to take cover whenever there's a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning. We talked about that. And especially with the wind advisory, that is also going to be a problem for people that are actually doing traveling on the road. So there's probably going to be some talks about that, or just safety precautions or preparedness on what you should do in that kind of event. We'll probably get into that report in just a little bit. So we're basically taking it one step at a time. So basically, I was on standby at the moment, and then we finally had gotten confirmation about the watch and all this other stuff that was going on all at one time. So now we're back at it again, tracking all these thunderstorms and the cold front that's actually responsible for all of this severe weather that's actually prompted tornado warnings today in the metro area, not in all of the you know, coverage area, basically in Ann Arbor, in Washtenaw County, in Lenawee, where they had tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. In Wayne County had a severe thunderstorm warning yesterday. So not everyone had severe weather yesterday, but with this cluster of thunderstorms that are still severe, we're probably going to see a lot of areas affected by that. So you want to kind of stay tuned with us, and we will let you know. So I would probably say at any time, any given time now, we might start seeing more warnings come in to us. Now, we don't have any at this current time, but I wouldn't be too surprised that we start getting them at any time if we get the reports come in from the National Weather Service. And I'm going to tell you, those reports come in really, really fast. So you might want to stay tuned to the TV if you're not doing it right now. But we're just passing on the information ahead of time just in case, because I'm not quite sure when the news channels are going to go into action and interrupt programming, but that will happen when we start getting warnings, or if there's immediate damage in the metropolitan Detroit area, in our coverage area, and I know you'll hear about that as well. So we're just basically giving you heads up about the watch, that is going to be a concern with the damaging wind threat. That's one thing that we were concerned about, and we told you that there was going to be another round of severe thunderstorm activity, and that cluster of thunderstorms actually is it still in the severe limits? So that's the reason why there's concern at this point about that. So within the next hour or two, we will be seeing this action happen because it is traveling at a very fast pace. So it's going to come through southeast Michigan, and then after that, then things are really going to really be wild and crazy with that wind advisory that is also in effect for southeast lower Michigan. So I'm telling you, we have not had crazy weather like this for quite a while, and it's actually a surprising note that even though we were in the slight chance for severe weather, we had a major breakout of severe weather, not just in southeast Michigan, and it was just wild and crazy in the Midwest. So chances are this time will probably get affected. So we're watching that very closely, and when we talked about the power outages with that situation, you do want to keep an eye on that. So we're also keeping an eye on that situation. So I'm just advising all of you guys to kind of watch that. And then with the wind advisory that is in effect, that is going to be a concern, and power outages is not out of the question with that wind advisory. And we'll get to that report in just a few minutes here, and we'll let you know what's happening with that advisory and what to expect and just to be prepared for. And I believe that will also affect travel. If you're going to be on the road driving, that is going to be a concern. So we're going to kind of post you on that as well. So we got a lot to cover. Again, we've been tracking the storms ever since the severe weather event began in the Midwest. So we've really been on a roll with this thing, and we're back at it again. So we're actually ahead of what is happening, and thought it probably would be a good idea to tell you this information in advance so you could be prepared for this. And we have had a lot of viewers watch a lot of our live broadcasts from yesterday and today, and that is going to be a continuance, because when we stream this live, we got a lot of viewers in a hurry, and I think we do have time to go over that really fast here before things get any crazier. Let me see if I can grab it so I can tell you what our update was from. Let me see if I can find it. So when we did the severe weather urgent update, that was yesterday on April the 9th, 2015, we had at least estimated viewers, we had about 8. So the time that we had was from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Yesterday. We had 5 views. And then from 6 to 7 p.m. we had 1 viewer. And then from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. we had 2, and that equals 8. So we had a lot of viewers, and that actually came in right away, so I kind of anticipated that that was going to happen as well. Our other thing that we did was tracking severe weather, and that was on April the 8th. 2015, we had estimated viewers, about 6 people had watched that at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon on April the 8th. We had 2 viewers at that time watching that situation. From 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. we had 1 viewer, and then from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We had 1 viewer, and then from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. we had 2 other viewers. So that's actually good that you guys were paying attention to that as well. We can't thank you enough for that. And then for yesterday on April the 9th, when we had that severe weather event that's continuing at this time, we had 4 viewers that watched the live broadcast that we did, and that was from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We had 4 viewers, so everyone is actually staying tuned to what's going on. And I can just say this, I really appreciate all of the responses that we're getting. You guys are doing excellent. Just continue to stay up to date with me. I'm not giving up on this situation at all, because this is actually the best that we've done in quite a while. So whenever we get information like this, We're going to give it to you as soon as we get it, and it will be right away. And, you know, if we get other information, it just piles up. So let's see. I'm going to make sure that we didn't miss anything. So when the tornado warning was issued for Washtenaw County that we talked about on April the 9th, which was yesterday, we had about 2 viewers from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. that actually watched the video at that current time, and then from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. we had about 1 viewer, and then as of today that continues. People are actually watching what happened, and we'll let you know about that. So from April the 10th, which is today, we've had 2 viewers, and all of these happened at the same time at 12 o'clock when it began. We had 2 viewers to begin, and then under that we had 1 viewer, and then for the very last we had 3 viewers. So that would be from 12 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock for all of those viewers that watched it. So it all happened at the same time, and we didn't really expect that whatsoever. Now we got another report about the forecast discussion. So when I come back in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about that situation, and we will make sure that that is streaming live so everyone is prepared for the event that is going to take shape. And I will be back in just a moment with that urgent update.